Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and still not leaking classified documents to my teen gamer buddies. Yes, folks such as Marjorie Taylor Greene who were losing their minds over a balloon while there are satellites that can count the exact number of ice cubes in your glass of soda are now siding with 21-year-old Jack Teixeira and trying to paint him as some sort of hero for the unauthorized retention and transmission of national defense information. But first, there's this.
Mr. Lindell, I'm handicapped and I just don't trust, the only thing I can trust is a machine. And because I don't want people to know who voted for me. I don't want anybody to know, and not even nobody. So what do you say to that? And I said, I said, did you hear that, Tim Cook? Did you hear that? She thinks that you can't hear what she's voting for. She thinks that she trusts machines. Now, everybody, Tim Cook's the CEO of Apple.
Great job, Mike. You really know how to connect with someone with a disability. Also, Tim Cook, not listening to you. Ever. It is pouring MAGA tears. I get into the latest and stupid, including Jack Teixeira and his defenders, Mike Lindell's latest major announcement that is plagued with fails, a few surprises, and more.
The bigly rain flooding in Florida right now is horrible, and since Ron DeSantis is on a book tour, I will be delivering expired Trump water to all the wet people.
This is really cool.
Here is the tweet from Margarine Taco Gristle. Jake Teixeira is white male Christian and anti-war. Okay, for starters, his name's Jack, but I guess it's easy to fall right out of the gate when you have no brains and spork feet. Marjorie Taylor Greene pretends to be a patriot while continuing to side with traitors. She's a moron, and I'm not surprised she rushed to Jack's side because he's into God, guns, he's white, and he has an anti-Semitic and racist past. This is her next Kyle Rittenhouse to try and get the vote of the conservative youth. 21-year-old Jack Teixeira is in the 102nd Intelligence Wing of the Massachusetts Air National Guard, where he's a cyber transport systems specialist, making sure the vast global communications network operated correctly, and this IT position gave him a top-secret clearance level, as he needed access to the system to protect the networks such documents were stored on. For months, Jack was transcribing documents, then he started to take documents home to photograph, and then he posted them to a conservative Discord, which was then shared/leaked to a Minecraft Discord. This guy set up a chat room to impress a group of internet friends he made on other gaming chat rooms, and it was filled with racist chat, racist memes, and anti-Semitic language. But hey, God, right? We all share that. We're all into God, right? Look at this idiot. It's like an episode of Catfish. This guy was telling them that he was going to help make them super soldiers. Jack is said to go by the username OG, where he's the leader of an online chat group with around 30 young men, many of whom are based outside the US. Things you don't put in your Tinder profile. Leader of an online chat group. But wait, there's more. Yeah, the name of the group is Thug Shaker Central, and it was invitation only, so despite there being lots of teens, that's why Matt Gaetz wasn't involved. No way, it's OG, the leader of Thug Shaker Central, and he's in his t-shirt and his standard issue McDonald's shorts, getting arrested. This was an idiot trying to impress his gaming buddies, a bunch of teenagers on the internet around the world, and this benefited Russia. That's it. And that's why Tucker Carlson is trying to paint him as a hero and a victim.
Now, our news media exist and have constitutional protection precisely in order to push back against this grotesque standard. Their only job is to tell the truth. And yet tonight, the news media are celebrating the capture of the kid who told Americans what's actually happening in Ukraine. They are treating him like Osama bin Laden, maybe a little worse, actually. Because unlike Al-Qaeda, apparently this kid is a racist.
He is, and you're a moron. If he was any other skin color, you'd be calling him a thug. He stole classified documents, including live troop movements and positions of equipment. He has endangered people and made it challenging for the USA to gain trust with other nations.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Lindell Report. Brandon, are you there? I wanted to get on for a little bit. I don't have much time. I got about 10 minutes, but I have couple big announcements to make. Are you there? Oh, here, I can't hear you. I'm not hearing you. Oh. That's not good. Go ahead, Brandon.
Nothing kicks off your major announcement like not being able to hear your Rush Limbaugh budget max headroom yes man love child co-host.
I can almost guarantee you there has been something powdery. I've snorted about anything I can get in straws or roll of bills or on keys. Ivanka won't put out, and I hate it. We're all disturbed to see last night that Dimberly is lathered in her Santo silly makeup, okay? My description is Paul Stanley in a Bon Jovi wig meets Guitarra. And my brother's intentions are supported by my father, who depends on his large depends. Independs, fat-faced, another great joke. I'm super high.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, now I can hear you. Okay, all right. So I'm live right now?
I love that this man still hasn't figured out how his own show works. Everything he does is live, and it goes wrong far more often than it goes right. But at least he's learned one thing. There is a difference between being live and being alive.
Kind of like all of you out there, I'm going to tell you in a minute, the specials I passed on to you because of this, what's happened to MyPillow. So anyway, we, are we alive? Yep. Yeah, Are we alive?
Yep. Screen's rebooting. He's licking his lips and asking, "Are we alive?" We are alive, and what a strange time it is to be alive indeed.
Brandon, are you there yet?
I am here. What was wrong with my mic, but I think they fixed it.
Sounds great, Brandon. Welcome back to the biggest broadcast place ever.
I wanted to announce we have our first billboard for the Election Crime Bureau.
Still says Bureau. In wake of the Bud Light lunacy, I'm surprised Lindell hasn't released his brew.
And that's in, Brandon, do we have that billboard? Look at there, everybody.
There it is.
Yeah. And that went live.
Okay, the billboard is live. It's live.
So it's sort of amazing white stuff. I do that. And yeah, Kushner shouldn't be hoarding because her siblings are deprived. Give me a bump.
Started airing today in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Michigan, on I-75.
One billboard in the entire country, and these guys are sporting wood.
They got almost 500,000 daily viewers, just under 500,000 daily viewers that are, and by the way, they're currently stopped, dead in traffic, looking at this billboard, I'm told right now by my sources.
And this looks like an ADT ad or something, or as Steve Bannon pointed out, his own logo.
And by the way, I'm going to announce it now. We haven't picked the dates in August, but we're going to have the Election Crime Bureau Summit, which will be, it's kind of like becoming an annual. And we had the Cyber Symposium, then we had the Moment of Truth Summit. It'll all come to a head this year in August at the Election Crime Bureau Summit.
I love it. We're getting a third terrible weekend filled with elevator ninjas and tech fails.
Hello?
We're here. We're good.
Okay.
Alex here, still in the bunker with Marjorie again. Good dude. The blonde meat swamp has been taking care of some really important business. She pretended to like Coors Light, and she made an appearance at the construction of a golf course, which was a treat for those blue-collar boys because MTG was required to cover her hungover Mickey Rourke Dog the Bounty Hunter love child head with a hard hat, okay? But we need to check in on the well-being of the builders because although they put a helmet over the blonde meat swamp's smooth brain, they thought it was totally cool to let her parade around the course with these chunky 6-inch Obama tan suit heels. Here is the photo, okay? It is blurred, and I still, can you get me the bucket? Get me the bucket. I think we need to start a GoFundMe for therapy for these fine gentlemen. Part of me wonders if they saw her feet that look like hammered Spam cans wrapped in the skin of a teenage Klingon who's addicted to TGI Fridays mozzarella sticks and dollar store cornflakes. And she showed up and the foreman, he made the call, yeah, nothing we can do here. If someone drops a cinder block on those steaming balls of duct tape, rancid artichokes, they would probably look better. But he did not think of the trauma of those employees. Even if you only have 7 salami scrap toes, you should be wearing steel-toed boots on top of everything, because what is the rule, MTG?
The socks stay on.
The socks stay on.
A couple places in Times Square, the billboard did not pass. They wouldn't let it go up there. They weren't canceling, or they weren't letting us put the billboards up there, the great people out there. These are people that, these are volunteer people that put up the money and put this up, Rand. These are doing it to help our country and to get these.
So this is a crowd-funded billboard. These fools spent a bunch of money to advertise MyPillow. That's all you're doing.
We're fixing election platforms. We're going back in time. We still have the Kerry Lake repeal. We have so many things going on.
People don't trust elections because you are telling them not to trust elections. And there'll always be a way to raise doubt. Like, no matter what happens, if his guy or gal loses, he will find a way to say it was rigged, it was stolen. When we are invaded by Russia and China, do you want this guy and his page of losers fighting for you, or me and the boys that crush it at MMA and the range? Good luck with that, sis. MAGA tears. Fauci's boyfriend has a channel. Who knew? MAGA tears. You need to get off Trump's back. Let us see the skeletons in your closet. MAGA tears. Riddle me this, leftos. What is the other crime that magically makes this a felony? MAGA tears. Thanks so much for watching. Help me out by joining us in the comments, sharing this video with a friend, and following me on social media. I am a one-man show here, from script to screen, the editing, even the graphics. Please throw me a tip with the easy PayPal link, or hit that super thanks button, and be sure to check out my mugs that go great with those MAGA tears. I am a stand-up comedian. I've played in 35 countries, and I've toured with Jim Jeffries for nearly 10 years. I have 3 albums and a brand new EP from my opening set on Jim's latest Netflix special. You can stream these on Spotify, Apple Music, or catch them on SiriusXM. Thanks for helping me make this show possible. Life's short. Be cool, be kind, take care.